We all want more money, don't we? More money to buy all the stuff that we want, or just so that we do not have to stress about not having enough money to pay the bills at the end of the month. Some people invest their money into stocks, a business or real estate, but these ways to make money can be quite riskful if not done correctly. So what are the 10 best ways we can earn or at least save more money? I have come up with a list of my top 10 money saving tips that you can start doing today. Before we begin, I would also be grateful if you would hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm and also comment your favorite money saving tip down in the comments below. Tip number 1. Plan your grocery shopping. The first way that you can start saving more money today is by planning your grocery shopping or even shopping in general as well. People tend to spend a lot more money than they think at grocery shopping, and I myself noticed this when I started to track where my money went each month. It is so easy to grab a pack of chips, some ice cream or other things that so often tempts you in the grocery aisles. All these items then add up in the end of the month and it can easily stack up to 3 figures all added together. So how can we prevent this from happening in the future? The way I would go about this is to create a grocery shopping budget where you create a budget for each week or month with all or at least most of your meals ahead. One important thing to also do before you buy all of your groceries is to check over what you already have at home so you don't buy more stuff than you really need. Last but not least, I would also advise to not go grocery shopping while hungry. Now let's move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2. Make your coffee or tea at home. So many people buy their coffee, tea or drinks in general at coffee shops such as Starbucks because it is convenient and you can choose from a lot of different drinks. A freshly brewed coffee size grande costs around $2 at Starbucks, and that is just a coffee alone. Most people buy a snack to eat with their coffee, which even further increases their expenses. Make your drinks at home instead to save a lot of money in the long run. Tip number 3. Cancel subscription services that you don't use anymore or at least rarely use to save more money each month. Maybe you're signed up to 3 different streaming services at the same time, but you only really use 2 of them. Why would you then pay for all 3 of them? Unsubscribe to the one that you're not using, and if you for some reason need to use that specific streaming service in the future, just pay for that month instead. Tip number 4. Find a way to cut back on your big expenses such as insurance, car payment or house mortgage. These are some of the big expenses that a lot of people have, but there are often ways that you can cut back on them. Maybe there is a better insurance company that costs less, or a way for you to lower your car payment each month. Remember that any cost cutting is better than none, and especially on big expenses like these, because all of these cutbacks add up in the end. Tip number 5. Put away money each month into a savings account. Well, yes, no shit. I know that this one is very obvious, but I know some people still needs to be reminded of this. It becomes a lot easier to put away money if you have a saving goal in mind. So try to figure out something that you really need in the future, and you should also remember that there is better to save just a little percentage of your income than none. So don't feel ashamed if you can't save a lot of money in the beginning, because you can always increase the savings rate. A great tip also is to set up your bank account so you automatically transfer money to your savings account when you get your paycheck. Tip number 6. Always compare prices when buying products to save a lot of money in the long run. I mean, there is no reason to not compare prices, but so many people still don't do it because they don't feel like there might be a big enough difference to do so. I mean, it does not take a lot of effort for them to search on Google and compare the prices of the product that they are going to buy. A great way to compare prices is using the Amazon app. Simple and easy to use. Now let's move on to tip number 7. Tip number 7. Buy products in bulk that don't expire. When they are on sale, that is. When products such as toilet paper, toothpaste, toothbrushes are on sale, there is a good opportunity to buy some in bulk to save a lot of more money in the future. This tip also of course applies to other products that you use in your everyday life and that don't get bad with time. You can often also buy products in bulk through Amazon or other online websites similar to Amazon if you don't want to buy your products through a physical store. Tip number 8. Wait at least 1 week before buying a product to cut down on impulse purchases that can so often happen. Trust me, it has happened to me more than once. When I started to implement this trick, I started to save a lot of more money because I simply did not buy the stuff that I did not really need or actually want in the end. It is much more fulfilling to wait 1 week and then buy it because these products will more than often actually be used by you. Studies have even shown that shopping releases dopamine, but it is not the actual product that makes you happy, it is actually the anticipation to shop that releases the dopamine in your brain. Tip number 9. Moving to a lower expense apartment is one major way to cut down on your expenses and in return save a lot of money each month. One way to do this is to move to a smaller apartment and then cut the cost of your monthly rent. But you can also move to another neighborhood where rents are generally lower, but you still have the same amount of apartment space. Pick the one that fits your life the best. Another great way you can save money is also to move in with other people so you can share your rent. Lastly, if you manage to combine all of these 3 tips that I just listed, you can seriously cut down on a very big expense and then save money each month. We have now come to the final tip of this video. A big thank you for all of you who have stayed till the end. Now let's get over with it. Tip number 10. The last tip I wanted to bring up in this video is to buy more used stuff from secondhand stores, used game stores, or even online websites. You can more than often find just the exact item you're looking for, such as a game or clothes, or at least something that is similar to what you're looking for. You can save a lot of cash this way that you can later put into your savings account, invest, or pay off your debt. It is also great for the environment to buy used stuff, and that way you kill 2 birds in 1 stone, both finances and the environment. Thank you so much for watching this video about how to save more money. I would be very grateful if you would leave a like on this video because of the YouTube algorithm, and also follow me on Instagram. I hope you found some of these tips to be helpful, and please leave a topic suggestion in the comments below. See you next time.